What's up folks, Zach from Far North MTG here, back with more cEDH action for you. Before we talk about today's decks and today's special guest though, I do just want to say one more reminder about the upcoming Summer Classic 2 in the Minnesota area. Summer Classic 2 is going to be a super stacked cEDH event coming up here later on in July. It's going to be super awesome. Shane and myself here from Far North MTG are going to be in attendance, as well as other awesome folks such as Comedian MTG, Things in the Ice, and Untap Upkeep Ope. Event's going to be super awesome. If you are at all in the Minnesota area or able to make it out to this event, you should definitely plan on doing so. It's going to be absolutely awesome. With that being said though, now we're going to talk about today's video, and for this video we do have a very special guest in the form of Chad from Frozen Soul.
Yo, what's up everybody? I'm Chad. I play in a death metal band called Frozen Soul. Yeah, I love Magic. Been getting into cEDH and been incorporating it more into our live set. I usually have everybody play in the pit and make everybody circle around them like idiots, and we love it and they love it. And now I'm here with Far North MTG for some games where you get to watch me misplay every 5 seconds.
Frozen Soul is seriously so sick. If you are at all into death metal, you are doing yourself a massive disservice not going and checking out this band if you aren't already aware of them. If you're not into death metal, you should still go and check out Frozen Soul because maybe you'll discover something new that you like. Anyways, thank you Chad for coming on. I have Chad's socials linked down in the description, as well as the socials for Frozen Soul, and also links to their streaming services, so please go ahead and check them out. With that being said though, let's talk about today's decks. Today I'll be playing Vivi Orniteer. This Izzet Spellslinger list looks to slap a Curiosity effect onto Vivi and win through burn damage and manual storm turns. Brady is playing Kona Rescue Beastie. This mono-green deck looks to stick early stacks effects into big creatures to kill the table in combat. Shane is playing Grist the Hunger Tide. This Golgari Hulk deck looks to ban and reanimate a Protean Hulk to set up a game-winning sacrifice loop. And Chad is playing Blue Farm. This 4-color good stuff pile looks to stick early card advantage engines to overwhelm opponents with value before winning with Thassa's Oracle or an Underworld Breach. So that's what everybody's rocking today. Once again, before we jump into the video, I just want to say, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, please like, subscribe. It does really mean a whole lot to help us grow the channel. If you want to support the channel a little bit more, head down to the description and check out our Patreon and Bonfire links down there. And also a very special shout out to our patrons, y'all from That's a Good Card and Card Export. You guys are seriously the best, and with all of that out of the way, let's jump into some icy cEDH action.
All right, who's ready for 11-hour game? And it's pre-games here.
Yeah, no pre-games.
Draw turn. Bolt. 1, 2, 3. A Tangle Spin. Bridge works. Tap that for Bob. Pass on that.
All right, so I'll draw. I will play a Wooded Foothills, and then I'm gonna pass.
Draw for turn. I'll also play Wooded Foothills, but I'll crack mine right away. Grab a Bayou, and I'll tap my Bayou for a Mana Vault. And then as long as Mana Vault's good, I'll pass a turn.
Sweet. Draw for turn. I will play this Flooded Strand. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to Chrome Mox, imprint this Simian Spirit Guide, and I think I'm just going to pass on that, actually.
I'm going to untap, upkeep, and draw. I'll play Holdout Settlement, and was too greedy on keeping my hand, and I'll pass on that.
All right. I'm gonna bet.
Just to save time, I'll go ahead and crack mine here as well. I suppose it also makes sense to do this before the two players playing black decks get to untap and potentially have a Oppo for me.
I would never.
You would never do that to me. I got a Thundering Falls, so I'm gonna get a Surveil quick. I'm gonna keep this on top for my Surveil.
All right, go to my turn. I'll draw. Rub lands. Cast a Lion's Eye Diamond. All right, well, then that's it for me. Pass turn.
Tap. Keep and draw. I'll play Windswept Heath for turn. I'll crack it right away again. Go down to 38. Well, as long as that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think I'm gonna Oppo you?
Yes. I'm gonna grab this Overgrown Tomb, and then I'll tap 2 and cast a Felwar Stone. And I'll pass on that.
Alright, so I'm gonna untap, upkeep, and draw. Play this Arid Mesa for turn. Yeah, I'll just crack the Arid Mesa right away. Go to 38. Oh, please no. Volcanic Island.
Oh, that's Snake Way. Hang on a minute.
Brady, it clearly says Volcanic Island. Tap 3, and I'll just get Vivi. Is Vivi good?
Yeah, good.
Sweet. I will then cast a Mox Opal, trigger Vivi. Get a +1/+1 counter, deal 1 damage to each of you guys. I'm gonna pass the turn on that.
Heart of the cards, you. Heart of the cards. Oh, yes. I'm gonna play a Cavern Souls. I'll just name Kona Beast. And tap out for Kona.
Yeah.
Good here.
Cool. I will pass on that.
I'll draw a card. Ooh. I'm going to play a Verdant Catacombs, and I'm going to crack it right away. So I'm going to tap all 3 of these for a blue, white, and black, and I'm going to cast Rhystic Study.
Ooh, yeah, I got nothing
Yep.
for that.
Oh my god, it resolves!
Every time my Mystic resolves, I feel like Plankton, where I'm like, well, I didn't think I'd get this far.
Yeah, that's any time I play a Magic card, actually. I'm just like, wow, we're here, aren't we? All right, with that, I'll pass turn.
Tap, upkeep and draw. Play an Emergence Zone for turn. I'm gonna tap 3, cast Grist.
Rhystic Study.
Yeah, I'll pay it.
Dang it.
So responsible, Shane.
Grist, ETB, get 3 loyalty. I'm gonna activate Grist, and I will create an insect token, and I will mill a card. If it's an insect, I'll do it again. It was a Fell the Profane.
I like how you say if it's an insect, I'll do it again, as if you play a single insect.
Yeah. After that, I'll just pass the turn.
Okay, untap, upkeep, and draw. What's everybody's cards in hand right now? No reason.
3, 5.
6.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Jessica's Will on the stack, targeting Brady. Trigger Vivi, 1 damage to each of you.
Trigger Rhystic.
Cannot pay.
Haha.
Do I have a Jessica's Will?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet, I didn't think I'd get this far. So I'll add 6 red.
bad.
Since I control Vivi, I'm gonna flip over 3. Mog Salvage, Banishing Knack, and Grim Monolith. I'm gonna cast that Grim Monolith. Go to 4. Rhystic. Will I pay it?
You like evading taxes.
I think I will pay it this once. So Grim Monolith on the stack, and then also Vivi trigger. Yep, everybody take 1 from the Vivi. And does Grim resolve?
Grim Monolith is good over here.
Okay.
I have no response.
Yeah, nothing for me.
It's a lot of mana.
It is a lot of mana. I have a lot of mana.
I'm scared.
I'm not doing anything crazy this turn. I'm probably just casting like 2 more things and calling it a day. I'm gonna cast Banishing Knack, targeting Vivi. I'll pay Rhystic.
No!
And then Vivi trigger as well. I would like to then use the Banishing Knack ability to tap Vivi, and I'm gonna return Kona to your hand, Brady.
Oof.
Yeah, remember this next turn, Shane, with that Grist
Yeah.
activation over there. You can remember this too. I'm gonna go to 5 counters on Vivi, spend 1 mana to pay Rhystic, and I'm gonna cast Mog Salvage to destroy Mana Vault. So I can cast this without paying its mana cost, but I'll spend the 1 to pay to
Well,
Rhystic.
isn't that just special?
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Isn't that just great?
Yeah.
Sure. Mana Vault gone.
Then I'm gonna activate Vivi to add 5 blue, and I'm gonna just spend it right away with this red. Cast a Consecrated Sphinx.
Oh,
Oh!
when I draw a card,
Yeah, you can take this one.
please, for the love of God. Let me tell you, I really needed some draws, okay? Because what I've been drawing is not ideal.
Woof.
Yeah, I got nothing for the Consecrated Sphinx.
Yep.
Sweet. That's gonna be my turn then. I'm gonna go ahead and pass here.
I'm going back to blue decks. Okay, draw.
I'll draw 2 with you from Consecrated Sphinx.
Alright, I'll play a Haven 1 Battleground. Comes in tapped. Attempt to cast Kona. So, anybody have a counter spell, go for it.
There's a Rhystic.
Rhystic's good.
Yeah.
I had nothing to pay. So.
And then I got a Con Sphinx. May I draw my 2?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I don't have anything.
Guys, when this goes back around to Zach's turn, this is really bad.
I feel super bad drawing off a Rhystic and then let him draw 2 cards, but my hand.
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
All right, I'll untap, upkeep. I will draw a card. Swear to God, if I draw 1 more land.
And then I'll draw with you when you draw.
Oh, you sure will.
Hell yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play a plateau, and boy, I'm actually just going to go to my instep.
Okay.
And go to clean up. I'm gonna discard a Martial Ass, and then I'll be back at 7.
Untap. Draw.
I'll draw with you.
Play a Boseiju for turn. How many cards do you have in hand, Zach?
10.
Okay. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Paying a spree cost. I'm gonna attempt to cast Lively Dirge.
Hmm.
I'm gonna get a Rhystic trigger on that.
Are you going to draw off of it?
Okay, Zach, how many do you have in hand?
I got 10. And then Shane, just for clarity, you're doing just the Entomb mode.
But yes, search my library for a card, put it into my graveyard, shuffle. Lively Dirge then. Because I'm not paying the Ristic.
Oh god, you're not gonna want to hear this, Chad. But can I talk you into drawing here? I'll just like straight up just like text you a picture of my hand to prove to you, or to like prove I'm telling the truth. But Shane likely entombs Protean Hulk here, and if we don't have a way to stop a reanimate or animate dead in my hand, which I do not have, we lose on the spot here. So I'll send you a picture of my hand just to kind of show you that I literally do not have a way to stop this. If you draw, it potentially gets me into a way, or gets one of us into a way to hopefully not immediately lose on the spot here.
Yeah. Okay, I'll draw. I will draw.
I'll take 2.
Oh boy.
Okay, and then I don't have anything to stop the Lively Dirge here, so I'm passing priority on the Lively Dirge.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta let it go through.
Lively Dirge, Protean Hulk, into the yard.
All right, well, let's see what you got, Shane.
I'm gonna tap 1 and a second one to pay Ristic and attempt to reanimate.
Yeah, I got you guys. I'll mental misstep that.
And I've got a Ristic study also.
You can take my Ristic draw from that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the draw.
Okay.
All right, yeah. Mental misstep is good. I don't have anything for that. Yeah, Zach, you're kind of the problem here.
Yeah.
I mean, I am a problem, but I'm a problem in a future turn order.
Yeah, I'll activate Grist. I'll -2. I'll
Yep.
sacrifice my insect to destroy target creature or planeswalker. Vivi or Consecrated Sphinx.
Also torn between the two.
There was a Vv trigger. I think I missed, right?
Oh,
Just
yes,
going-
yeah, I should have
Yeah.
had a Vivi trigger. Thank you
Yeah.
for catching that.
I think it's just Consecrated Sphinx.
So targeting
that.
Sphinx.
Yeah.
That's fine, yeah. Nothing for that. He did his job.
All right,
He did indeed.
and then I will need to pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, and a draw. I'm gonna start with this command tower.
That's a pineapple.
And where is the pineapple, Brady?
That sir
Under
is
the
a
sea.
pineapple.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm gonna cast a Virtue of Courage.
What the heck does that do?
So it's kind of a curiosity, sort of. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you may exile that many cards from the top of your library and play those cards this turn. So it's like an impulse draw curiosity, essentially. And then a VV trigger
Yeah.
as well, yep.
Man.
I will pay Ristic.
Okay, how many cards do you have in your hand?
Too many.
Jesus.
12 now.
Why do I have to be the only other blue player? I kind of...
Probably has another counter spell, but it's probably worth trying.
Unless he drew it for turn or one of the other draws, it sounded like he didn't have anything.
I suppose,
Oh,
yeah, Chad knows what's in his hand, kind of.
I don't think it's the worst thing. At least that way, then we don't take a bunch of damage, and he can just keep casting spells off the
Yeah.
top.
Okay, with that on the stack, yeah, I'll cast Silence.
Silence, huh? Do I choose the fight over it, or do I just go next? Chad, cards in hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, let's activate Vivi. 7 mana. I'm gonna go 5 blue, 2 red. I'm gonna spend 3 blue going to 2 floating blue and hard cast the Force of Negation.
Ristic Study trigger?
Yeah.
Be paid.
You can draw.
Yay!
I wish the words, "Can anyone back me up?" mattered
At all.
right now.
Yeah. I have 1 card, and it's a sorcery, so...
I'm mono green and tapped out.
Well, I got one choice here, and that's it. So I'm gonna do it. I'll tap for a white and blue. I'm gonna cast Cyclonic Rift, and I'm gonna bounce the VV.
Okay, I will respond to that. Cast a Misdirection, pitching Sigil of Sleep?
Trigger on Ristic.
I'll pay that one.
Dang it!
I'm gonna redirect it to Kona.
Oh my god, I'm never gonna be able to play this game.
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing.
So Misdirection redirects to Kona, and then Silence is countered. Another VV trigger. Still no Virtue of Courage, though.
I
Back
think
to
there
Virtue.
was two. There was 2, right?
Yeah, there
Two
should have been
triggers.
2.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. There's
I
2.
think,
Yeah, off of the Force of Negation.
yeah, I should have missed one somewhere. There should have been 9, yeah. Cast a Mox Diamond. Trigger VV, trigger Ristic. I will pay Ristic. Vivi trigger, I go up the 1, deal 1 to everybody. Virtue trigger, exile the top 3. And then Mox Diamond, if that resolves, I'm going to pitch this Scalding Tarn. Cast a Rite of Flame. You can
trigger.
take that Ristic trigger. So yeah, Vivi trigger underneath the Ristic trigger. So Ristic first, let you take that draw. And then on the Vivi trigger.
Yep.
So ping, flip over the 3, and then Rite of Flame resolves. 2 red. I'm going to cast that Dramatic Reversal I have in exile. You can draw from Ristic.
Vivi trigger. Boom, boom, boom.
Flip over 3. Dramatic Reversal still on the stack. I'm going to spend 1 and... No, I'll spend both of my blue and cast that Born Upon the Wind. Vivi trigger, Ristic. You can take the Ristic draw. Vivi trigger. Vivi trigger's good? Okay. Flip over 3. And then Born good. Then I'm going to cast Mox Amber. I'll pay that one. Vivi trigger, 2. Flip over 3.
Vivi doing Vivi things right now.
I'm going to float a blue from the Mox Amber and then let the Dramatic Reversal resolve, if that's good. Untap all my non-land permanents. Okay, what all do I got here?
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing
turn.
of note. I think I'm going to do this here. I don't know why I didn't do this before, but I'll Red Blast the Ristic. I'll pay it 2 on that one.
Bruh. What all you got in that exile pile?
Couple lands, Curiosity, Spellskite, Wild Ride, more lands, Remora, Rock, Force of Will, Pinnacle Monk.
I'm gonna Mindbreak Trap.
Mindbreak Trap. I'll Fierce Vivi trigger.
Triggeristic.
I'll float 2 colorless and pay it.
There are
Then-
2.
Or there's a Vivi trigger on top of the Fierce.
Yeah.
So that flip over 3. Fierce hits MBT. Vivi trigger on top of this. Flip over 3. And then the Red Blast resolves. So Brady, since you control... Wait, do you control a forest?
I have 2 forests.
Oh, yeah, I forgot your Golgari, yeah. I'll cast Submerge. I'll target birds. Put birds back on top of your library. When it resolves, I'll trigger Vivi. Flip over 3. Oh, that's what I'm looking for right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast Quicksilver Elemental.
Triggeristic from my graveyard.
If Quicksilver's good, I will... Slightly wrong. I'm just going to tap like that. So yeah, I'll tap for a blue and give Quicksilver Elemental all the activated abilities of Vivi. Present the activations of that to get infinite mana. I'll just cast this Niv Mizzet. I'll just cast Curiosity. I might as well just start drawing more stuff here.
Why did I not just put the Curiosity on Niv Mizzet? That would have made this way easier.
Cast a Preordain, trigger Niv. Shane, I'll hit you for 1. Vivi trigger, ping everybody, counter.
That counter on the other one too, right?
Flip over the 3. I'll cast this Gamble. Hullbreaker Horror. Well, I guess I don't have to show it, but I guess Chad, you wanna pick one? 1 to 6.
Let's do 5.
That's the wheel.
I wanted you to cast that.
I'll cast the Hullbreaker Horror. I will
I
cast
saw that coming.
Final Fortune, trigger Hullbreaker Horror, just so I don't deck myself with my first triggers. I'm gonna bounce back Curiosity, mandatory draw triggers, and mandatory flip over triggers here. But then I'll cast this Retraction Helix. I will bounce back the Virtue of Courage after I burn you guys, flip over 3. And then I'll just present the loop of casting a free rock, trigger Hullbreaker Horror, trigger Vivi, bounce back a rock, cast another rock, trigger Hullbreaker Horror, trigger Vivi, bounce back another rock, trigger Vivi, rinse and repeat until you guys are burned out with Hullbreaker Horror.
Well, I'm gonna sack my Lion's Eye Diamond for 3 green and discard my hand, and then I'm gonna go cry.
Alright, game 2 is coming up after this, so don't go anywhere, but I just want to talk about that last game here really quick and say, God, Vivi doing Vivi things. Absolutely love this deck so much. Vivi has been so sick, so fun to play. I don't know how much success it'll actually see in a tournament setting because the deck does have some pretty glaring weaknesses for it with it being super commander-centric, but nonetheless, Vivi is sick. I absolutely love this deck. Anyways, though, let's talk about game 2. For this game, we are switching it up here a little bit. I'll be switching over to Malcolm Vile Smasher, Chad will be switching over to Etali, and Shane will be playing... What is Shane playing again? Shane's playing Disa. Shane is playing Disa, the Tarmogoyf commander. Anyways, though, let's jump into game 2.
All right, who is pre-gaming?
Not me.
I'm gonna pick my cards up really slow to show off the sleeves my fiance got me. Good luck, have fun. Draw for turn. Ooh, that's a card. Flooded Strand into a Mox Amber. And I would like to pass the turn on that.
I will draw Bolt in. The Tanglespan Bridge works. Tap that for an Arbor Elf. I won't pass on that.
All right, I'll draw. Okay, I'll play a Mountain, and then I'll tap that and play a Soul Ring. I think with that, I'm gonna pass.
Draw for turn. I'll shock in an Overgrown Tomb. Bromox, imprinting a Final Fortune. Green, and cast an Ignoble Hierarch as well. I'll pass the turn on that.
End step. Kraken. All right, Undercity Sewers. I'm gonna Surveil. Untap, upkeep, draw. Let's play this Exotic Orchard. Cast Rite of Flame.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 red. Malcolm. That's it.
Sure.
All right, I will untap, upkeep, and draw a Survivor's Encampment for my land for turn. Sylvan Library. I will pass on that.
Oh my god, there's no other blue at this table. That makes this Pyroblast in my hand kind of suck.
Play a Grove. I am going to cast a Lion's Eye Diamond.
Oh man, are you pitching your hand to get a Etali?
I'm thinking about it.
Hey.
I think what I'll do is, and I'll cast a Hunting Velociraptor.
Ooh.
I will pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Cast a Wild Growth, targeting Overgrown Tomb. 2 green, and I'll cast a Survival of the Fittest. That is all I've got. I'll pass the turn.
We're playing Fair Magic right now, guys.
Oh,
Yeah, there's no blue.
So
We're
fair.
just-
I'll play a Shivan Reef. Considering there's no blue players here other than me, I feel like I could just do this. Dark red?
Sure.
Yeah.
Pass.
3 black, and blue. Cast Beseech the Mirror. Bargained.
Yep.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Glinthorn Buccaneer. Cast it.
Yep.
Go to combat.
Before moving to combat, I'll pay a red and Pyroblast Malcolm.
That's rude.
Yeah, you gonna Pyroblast me?
Yeah. Yeah, sadly, I have nothing for that.
CBM.
That has to happen. Shane saves the day.
Thank you, Shane.
Appreciate you, Shane. We get to play more Magic.
Woo!
You know, sometimes you just look at a table and realize, I'm the only blue deck. I can just jam here. I don't have to play around anything. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm the blue deck here. And then you get got by a red blast, and it feels the worst, man. It feels horrible.
I guess with that being said then, Shane, I'll spike play you.
Alright, go to 36.
Second main, let's do a Demonic Tutor.
Oh, God.
Get this card.
What'd you get?
Could be literally anything. Put that to my hand and pass the turn.
Tap, upkeep, and draw.
Are you gonna do your Sylvan Library as well?
Oh, you know it, baby. Sweet. 1, 2. So I'm trying to decide what cards to put back because I do not need to keep all these. I'm going to make everyone hate me now, actually hate me, and play a Sphere of Resistance.
Oh.
I will pass my turn on that one.
All on top. Go to draw. I'm going to use Grove for a green, and everyone's going to gain. Each opponent's going to gain a life. Yeah, I'm going to Besage you the Sphere.
Woo! Holy shit, I get a...
Oh, he gets his,
Woo!
he gets
You
his
get a
first.
forest!
Yeah, he gets his first forest of the night.
Merry
I'm so happy
fucking
about
Christmas! I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to swing... Shane, I'm going to swing at you.
Well, I got nothing. Is this a 3-3?
Yep. 3-2 with first strike.
3-2. I will take 3. Go to 34.
I'm going to tap the Soul Ring for 2 at a red and cast Etali.
Yep.
I don't like that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Etali ETB.
Oh, now the fun part where we get to resolve Etali over webcam.
Ah.
I got
Oh.
a Fierce Guardianship with a very cute proxy art.
I got an Orcish Bowmaster.
Ooh.
Guardian Project.
Oh,
That's
sick.
a good card.
So yeah, I'm gonna cast everything except the Fierce Guardianship. So I guess I'll do my Arcane Signet first, and then the Guardian, and then the Bowmaster. This right here is why earlier, before I left San Diego, we went to a shop and I found some of those, these things.
Where you
Oh,
can write.
yeah.
I finally
yep,
got some. But
Yep.
guess what we forgot to buy? Fucking marker.
Oh, do you
Fucking
mean
marker.
a marker?
Yeah, okay, so yeah, I'll have the Guardian come down first. This enters, so the Bowmaster enters and I'll draw, right? Alright. Ping will go at your face, Zach. I know. Wait, hold on. Arbor Elf? Is
No!
I'm gonna kill the Arbor Elf.
No!
that
We're gonna
elf.
get Kona!
Yeah, keep him off. Keep him off that dumb beast.
No!
Chad giveth, Chad taketh away.
I will exile a Simian Spirit Guide for a green.
Or Elvish Spirit Guide?
Is that what I
Oh,
said?
yeah.
What I say?
You
What did I say?
Simeon.
Harambe.
Simian Spirit. Okay, well, I don't have that. I wish I had that in my hand, but I have this one instead. So this one is going to get exiled. I'll get a green. I'm going to crack Lion's Eye Diamond for 3 red. Discard my hand. Emrakul, Noxious, Revival, 1 ring, and Electro Duplicate. 3 red and the green, and flashback Electro Duplicate. Target. Create a token copy of a creature you control, accept it as haste, and at the beginning of the end step, sacrifice it. So legend rule.
Okay.
So I'll sack Etali to the legend rule.
Born Upon the Wind from me. Oh my god, Shane. What are you doing?
Eldritch Evolution.
You get a Wheel of Fortune over here.
You get a Sylvan Safekeeper.
Sick.
We might just be dead here. Holy shit.
I'm gonna cast them all. Oh my god, there's a Bowmaster on the board.
There sure is.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yes! The Eldritch Evolution first. And then after that, the Sylvan. So yeah, Wheel of Fortune and then Board Upon at the end of that. So I'll draw an extra card.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll flip the Etali token. I'll do the Truce's Ogre. Okay, so I'll draw from Guardian Project. Yep, so I got a Sylvan Safekeeper. I'm gonna do this one right here. So that's a Sylvan Safekeeper. I'm gonna just forget what all these fucking things do on this table.
Another Guardian Project trigger.
Okay. I don't want them cards right now, okay? Okay, and then the Wheel of Fortune. So we discard our hands. So discarding Tinderwall and Surveil land. The first thing I'll do with the triggers is kill that red thing on your board. What is the, Zach, what is that thing?
Glinthorn Buccaneer, 4 damage to kill it.
Okay, so I'll do 4 there. I want to kill that. Yeah, sure.
So that'll take 5 of the damage.
And then I'll just spread it out evenly amongst everybody.
So we each take 5, but one person's gonna take 6.
Brady, you'll take the.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, then a Born Upon the Wind. So I'll cast that. I'll draw a card. That's pretty good. Tap this for a green. I'm gonna play crop rotation. Sack the grove. Go get a cradle. I'm gonna activate cradle. 6 green, pay 6 life, and then I'll cast Etali. That'll leave me with 3 green left. So then Etali.
I got a Force of Will, pitching a Resculpt.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't fully stop him because the Treasonous Ogre can just keep going, but it at least hopefully slows down.
So now he costs 7.
Back to just regular cost.
Yeah, so I'll pay 12 life and just do it again. And then I'll cast Etali again.
Yeah, and I got nothing for it that time.
A Guardian Project, so now I'll draw for that.
A professional face breaker from me.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Thorn Mammoth from me.
Tinderwall.
Okay. I should resolve this Wheel of Fortune first. Okay, so I'll do that. I'll do that, and then I'll do it Thorn Mammoth, then Facebreaker, then Tinderwall.
Discarding a bunch of stuff.
Discarding literally like
Yeah, I have a
Shimmer, like Sticker Goblin.
I'm gonna say with this hand, you better not let it get back to me. You better be ending it here.
Well, now that you said that, I'm gonna point all 21 damage at you.
Yeah, Yep.
Oh man, I should have kept my mouth shut.
Thorn Mammoth, Tinderwall, and I've got 3 Guardians, so I'll draw 3. Well, I'm gonna play a City Brass. I'm gonna pay 6 life. Tap this for a green, lose another life, and play a Food Chain.
Oh.
Gross.
I got nothing for that.
Yeah.
So I will sack the Etali, make 8 red. He's 3 plus 6, so yeah, 9. I'll sack the Tinderwall for 2 red. 8, 9, 10, so I'll have 1 floating, and I'll recast Etali.
Guardian Project trigger.
Yep, so I'll draw. So let's do the thing.
I got a mental misstep.
Okay, so
Llanowar.
I had to squee the Immortal.
I got a greater good.
Yeah, I'll cast the Elf, and I'll cast the Greater Good and the Squee. Yeah, so I have 1, 2 with Guardian Project.
The Guardian Project's making it kind of awkward for you because you'll.
That is very strange. That is very. that is not something I was expecting. But yeah, I just have to keep digging, and I think until I find a way to make green mana, so I could use this Force of Vigor. We'll do it, and I'll draw. Okay. So we'll do red. I'll do it again. Draw. And then I'll do it again. And then I'll do it again. Oh, I'll pay 3 life. So gamble for that 1 red I paid 3 life for. Oh, 13, 14, 15. For anything after 15, re-roll it.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll just go.
Okay, this is 1.
Sure.
Right, let's just do the top one's 1.
Okay. 11.
Okay, it's 1, 2. I'm just so juiced to find out what this is. Okay, it's
okay. Oh, so like okay.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Mox Diamond. I'm gonna discard a Talon Gates. I have 4 red still, so I'm gonna do the squee thing again. So now I have 5, and I'll draw. I'll do the squee thing again for 6. I'll draw. Now I'll cast Pinnacle Monk. Return target instant or sorcery to my hand, so that'll be Noxious Revival, and then Noxious Revival. I'll pay 2 life to put Beseju back on my library. And then I'll do a squee, add 1 more, and then draw the Beseju. Use Mox Diamond, and then I'll pop the Guardian Project. Yeah, I got a Taiga.
So I just want to mention this here really quick. Obviously, Beseju should not be able to destroy the Guardian Project here since Chad does control the Guardian Project. It was something that we all missed in the moment. We saw it and we were like, oh yeah, that does the job and gets rid of the thing that you need to get rid of. I don't think this really affects the game a whole lot at all, so I'll talk about that more at the end of the video of why I don't think this really changes the outcome of the game. But yeah, we'll talk about that then. But yeah, back to the action.
And now we can resume. So
Solved.
now the Guardian Project is dead, and now I can go truly infinite with Squee on all colors, and then bounce Etali, cast him. And then boop, keep doing the whole thing until everybody's at a
whammo.
You got it.
Damn, talk about absolutely insane Etali flips there. A Bowmaster into double wheel is just absolutely insane. Combined with all the other gas that he got, like, this game was just absolutely the ideal Etali game. Unfortunately, a little miss with the Beseju did happen. I think kind of what happened here is that it was pretty clear that we were all F6'd. We were out of interaction in the game, and so Chad's just trying to play through this. You did hear him say at some point prior to that he did have that Force of Vigor in his hand, and his primary plan was to dig through the deck with the Guardian Project to draw into rocks to be able to cast that Force of Vigor, and then it just came up that he saw that line to get the Beseju back, and all of us at the table were like, oh, yeah, that works. It was just a dumb error none of us caught, and like I said, he had other lines available to him that he was planning on going for, and just saw this other line first, so yeah, just a stupid little mistake. But yeah, super well played by Chad to find that win there. Unfortunately, the one little whiff at the end that, like I said, none of us at the table caught is what it is. Magic is a hard game, but with all that being said, that is it for this week's video. Once again, thank you for Chad for coming on. Absolutely a blast playing some games, and you can't wait to have you on again in the future. And with all that being said, that is it I have for this week's video. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time.